Article 65. The Vice President to act as President or to discharge his functions during casual vacancies in the office or during the absence of President. Clause 1. In the event of the occurrence of any vacancy in the office of the President by reason of his death, resignation, or removal, or otherwise, the Vice President shall act as President until the date on which a new President elected in accordance with the provisions of this chapter to fill such vacancy enters upon his office. Clause 2. When the President is unable to discharge his functions owing to absence, illness, or any other cause, the President shall discharge his functions until the date on which the President resumes his duties. Clause 3. The Vice President shall, during and in respect of the period while he is so acting as or discharging the functions of President, have all the powers and immunities of the President and be entitled to such emoluments, allowance, and privileges as may be determined by Parliament, by law, and until provision in that behalf is so made, such emoluments, allowances, and privileges as are specified in the second schedule. Article 66. Election of Vice President. Clause 1. The Vice President shall be elected by the members of an electoral colleague consisting of the members of both Houses of Parliament, in accordance with the system of proportional representation by means of the single transferable vote, and the voting at such election shall be by secret ballot. Clause 2. The Vice President shall not be a member of either House of Parliament or of a House of Legislature of any state, and if a member of either House of Parliament or of a House of the Legislature of any state be elected Vice President, he shall be deemed to have vacated his seat in that House on the date on which he enters upon his office as Vice President. Clause 3. No person shall be eligible for election as Vice President unless he, subclause A, is a citizen of India, subclause B, has completed the age of 35 years, and subclause C, is qualified for election as a member of the Council of States. Clause 4. A person shall not be eligible for election as Vice President if he holds any office of profit under the Government of India or the Government of any state or under any local or other authority subject to the control of any of the state governments. Explanation. For the purposes of this article, a person shall not be deemed to hold any office of profit by reason only that he is the President or Vice President of the Union or the Governor of any state or is a minister either for the Union or for any state.